So who is harder to guard, in practice or during a game? Vasilis Spanoulis, who you played against, or Kendrick Nunn, who was your teammate? Oh, that was a difficult question. But he knows a lot of basketball. I mean, his basketball IQ is off the roof. There are times that I'm saying to myself, are you serious? Are you serious? What are you doing?
You know, I got asked the question, who was the hardest player I ever played against in Europe, and I couldn't think about anybody else but him. That's amazing.
Isn't it?
It's things you will not see in the States.
Is that right? Talking about scoring, right?
He's just flat out amazing, man. He's just amazing.
Panathinaikos people will be happy after that comment. All I know is that.
Oh, γλυκούλιδες.
Μύρισε πιο γλυκά από όλους με τα νέα Axe Fine Fragrance Collection.
Το σαμπουάν που λατρεύουν οι άντρες. Κρεμοσάπουνο χεριών, super soft.
Αχ, τι τραβάν τα δόλια τα μαλλιά από την ανία, τη ανδρική δε με νοιαζίτιδα.
Ultrex, σώσε το κεφάλι σου από πιτηρίδα, ξηροδερμία, λιπαρότητα και δε με νοιαζίτιδα.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of EUROLEAGUE Weekly. I'm DORA and today with me live at the studio I have DARYL MACON, who will be my co-host for today. Instead of George. So how do you feel about that?
I feel all right. I think I do good in front of the camera, so
okay.
I'm excited.
We feel you'll do great. That's why we invited you, and also former EuroLeague player with Panathinaikos. How was that? How was that experience?
It was a great experience. Panathinaikos fans, I still believe, are the best fans in Europe. I miss those guys, man. So anytime I can come back to Greece and experience this place, it's like a second home to me. So.
But you made it back to Greece. You play now for Marousi. Before Panathinaikos, you played for AEK. So I think you like it here.
I love it here. This is my favorite place outside of the US.
So have you been watching EuroLeague this year?
Every game.
Okay, so what is your take so far?
Very competitive, more competitive than it's been in years. A lot of ex-NBA players coming over. I think it's kind of hard to tell who's going to go to the playoffs or who's going to win the Final Four. I kind of have no say-so on that. It's just up in the air.
Yeah, I agree with you, and the results so far prove what you say. So let's have a quick recap of what happened in round 6. Was it a special game that you watched this round?
I would have to say Maccabi and Real Madrid. That was probably the most exciting game. Dubai, I wasn't expecting them to lose on the road, but De Colo is just...
Yeah, it's De Colo.
Yeah, he's just like one of a kind.
Fine old wine, right?
Yeah,
the superstar.
He's one.
Even though he's quite old, but he's very experienced, and games like that prove it. So are you ready to jump to our first segment, MVP of the week?
Let's do it.
So MVP of the week, there's no other than Roman Sorkin, and we talked about how great of a game was that Maccabi versus Real game, and we had great performances from Lonnie Walker to Blad's three-point shot that actually took that game, but Roman Sorkin was amazing, 21.6 rebounds, 30 points in performance index rating, 3 assists, and he really stepped up his game.
Yeah, I think Roman could be like one of the best players in this EuroLeague. Obviously, he had a rough start. I was in Maccabi for a few months, and I've seen his work ethic, and he works like no other, and his confidence is through the roof. I think this game will set him on straight to the path he wants to be on.
And let's not forget who had against him, right? Eddie Tavares. All-time leading blocker in EuroLeague. It's not easy to play against a player like Eddie Tavares and go 9 for 11 from 2-pointers. That's quite an achievement.
It's impressive, right? But Roman he's fearless. I don't think he cares about who's in front of him. That's what I got from being his teammates over the past 3 months that I was there, so it doesn't surprise me.
So that was a good run for Roman Sorkin, and now it's time for our team of the week, powered by Novibet. We don't do it based on the performance index rating. We choose the players that, first of all, they won the games. It's not only about how many points or how many rebounds you have or your performance index rating, but it's also about the performances that stood out along with the wins. So we'll start with the point guard position. There is no other than Nadir Hifi. Guard of the week in round 6, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 29 points in performance index rating. I think he proves that there is life at Paris after TJ sorts. And it's not an easy task to do, right? To fill in those shoes.
It is, but so far, man, he's doing great. Obviously, he's the most exciting player in Europe right now. I don't see anyone passing him up anytime soon. In my eyes, this is my MVP.
Oh, your MVP, big words. We're gonna see that at the MVP ladder. He had a great performance against Partizan and a great win, 83-101. Let's move on to the guard position. Who else? Nando De Colo, like old, fine wine. I like those posts that they made after his performance. 24 points, 2 steals, 5 assists. 13 for 13 from the free throw line. It says it all. He's a legend.
That's just amazing. To go 13 for 13 in the free throw line. I watched this game. In the fourth quarter, he just took over the entire game. I don't know what was said to him by his coach or by an opponent, but he just turned into a totally different.
I believe nobody has to tell him anything. He's a legend. He's a player that we enjoy watching him. I wish he never stops playing. I don't know. He's quite old, but experienced.
He doesn't look old though on the court.
That's exactly the comment we need. He doesn't look old on the court. Let's move on to the small forward position. Jordan Nwora, one more week that he's doing amazing things with Red Star. This team is red hot, and he is hot too. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal.
Yeah, he's really shocking right now. I did not see this coming. He's playing great for Red Star. He's the reason they're winning right now. He's a big key to those guys. I think if he can just keep doing what he's doing and Red Star keeps winning, then there's no reason why he wouldn't be the MVP also.
But the Red Storm will continue with Coach Obradovic. So hats off to Coach Obradovic too after this coaching change. Let's move on to power forward. And we have, again, Roman Sorkin, who was our MVP of the week. We talked about him, 21.6 rebounds and 3 assists, a solid performance that, he really stepped up his game inside the basket. And I think, as you said before, he plays like the MVP of this team. And last but not least, we have the center of this team of the week, that is Donta Hall. Great win for Coach Barjoka's team on the road against Bayern. 11 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 25 points in performance index rating for Donta Hall, who looks like he's getting there, right? Game by game, he's getting better and better.
Yeah, he's playing with a different style of play right now, coming from Monaco, which is a more fast-paced team, and then going to Olympiacos, which is a more half-court
It's not easy, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
It's not easy at all, but this game should get him on track, and throughout the games, he'll figure out his way.
And don't forget who plays next to him. Sasa Vezenkov, Dorsey, now Van Fournier is back, Sakil McKissick. There are a lot of players, but he still gets his own. Right. And also not forget the player who stepped up his game in the first games for Olympiacos, who they share the spot, Nikola Milutinov. So it's a great performance.
He'll find his way in. He'll fit in sooner or later.
But we have a lot of players that we were expecting them, but there was one player that we weren't expecting. So are we moving on to our Out of Nowhere award? And our Out of Nowhere player for this week is Davidas Servidis from Žalgiris. In 21 minutes, he had 14 points. And I was commentating EuroCup, the season that he got the top scorer award. He had almost 19 points per game, the season 23-24 that he was playing for Lietkabelis. I know he can score, but he didn't prove it at the first games. So he came out of nowhere, and he had a huge game against Barcelona. And I say it says it all for Žalgiris, which is a great team, by the way.
Amazing.
They're playing
team.
amazing.
Amazing team. I think they're one of the teams that's going to sneak up on everybody and make the playoffs. Obviously, for this guy coming from EuroCup to EuroLeague, it's a different style of game, much tougher. Never seen him play a lot on the EuroLeague level, but from what you say, he can score the ball really well. So it only takes a matter of time. Until
he had a tough time at the beginning. He had, in the first 5 games, he only averaged 1.8 points per game. 3 out of the 5 games, he had 0. So it's a lot for him to have a performance like that on a game against a team like Barcelona, which I believed at the beginning that they will do great, but they have disappointed me a little bit now. But it was a great win on the road for Žalgiris, 73-88 against Barcelona, and a great performance to our out-of-nowhere player. And Daryl, there are a lot of times that we are watching EuroLeague games, and I'm sure when you're watching with your friends, or when I'm watching and I'm at the studio or at the arena, there are times that I'm saying to myself, are you serious? Are you serious? What are you doing? For this week, we didn't choose a buzzer beater. We chose a pass, an amazing pass from Vasilija Micic. And you know, he's that kind of player. And I know you admire his talents. He has the Serbian genes and he knows how to pass. He knows how to score. He knows how to read the game and he does it effortlessly. I don't know, like look at this pass. Right? Like, I don't, is it easy to do it?
I'm not gonna say it's easy to do it, but it's mutual.
How did you find him?
I don't know how he found him, but it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, well, that was a good cut at the baseline.
Yeah.
And that, they really read the defense really well. But, you know, it's not easy to go against, let's count how many people are there. 3 people.
3 people.
Right? And he saw that pass. And, you know, he's not very athletic. So, but he knows a lot of basketball. I mean, his basketball IQ is off the roof. And, you know, he's not still in game shape because he didn't play a lot at the NBA. So he needs his minutes with Hapoel. But I think we're going to see great things, as always, from Vasilija Micic.
He's the best point guard in Europe.
He is.
Always will be as long as he plays.
Are you watching him? Like, are you trying to copy things that he's doing sometimes?
I don't think I try to copy him, but I enjoy watching his highlights. Every time he's playing, I try to make it like a priority.
Doesn't it bother you that it makes it look so easy? Like, he's like putting no effort, like just passing the ball, shooting, layups.
You know, I got asked the question, who was the hardest player I ever played against in Europe, and I couldn't think about anybody else but him. So,
but him? That's good.
Yeah.
That's great. And besides the moments that they're making us say, are you serious? We also have moments on social media that people are sharing that they're standing out every week, and we enjoy watching fans. But there is a specific fan that we enjoy watching him this week for this exact reason. Do you know that guy?
I do not.
You don't watch tennis? You don't follow tennis?
I don't. I do not follow tennis.
Okay, Djokovic is there cheering with the Red Star fans. And I think they're singing Olympiacos songs. But that's,
I've seen his face before on social media.
Yeah, you
I've seen his face before.
Have you ever been on a Red Star game or Partizan?
Yeah.
Or a derby?
No, I haven't been to the derby.
But you've been to a Red Star game?
When I played them.
When you played them?
Yeah.
Okay, you experienced it.
That's crazy.
That was crazy.
It's crazy.
It's a crazy atmosphere, and this is lovely about, you know, what's happening in EuroLeague and in our arenas. Mm-hmm. I'm sure from your experience you understand in OAKA or in Red Star or Partizan. It's a big thing, right?
It's huge.
And we enjoy watching those things every week. Speaking about the fans, let's go to our other tale from the timeline. Bayern fans. Choreos are very popular nowadays. I don't know if you've noticed, but that was too much, right? When did they do that?
I did not notice that during the game.
Yeah, that's Lucic that you see there. And there's like the Acropolis, and it's like the trophy, you know, where the Final Four will happen. And then they added things from Munich. It's quite impressive.
That's amazing.
Isn't it?
It's things you will not see in the States.
Is that right? Maybe you want to make your way back to EuroLeague, my friend, soon, so you will see things like that. Speaking about MVPs, and you made a lot of comments about that player might be the MVP, that player might be the MVP. You know, we're going to have our new section here from now on, not because you mentioned it, but we're going to have our MVP ladder. So every week we're going to review, you know, who is getting there, who's going away from being the MVP. And let's review quickly this week's MVP ladder. So we're going to do honorable mentions to your favorite player first. I'm talking about Micic. As we said before, he makes it look so easy. He can score from deep, he can go to the basket, he can pass the ball. He can do it all for Hapoel, and that's why they made that investment, bringing him back from the NBA. So he really deserves that honorable mention. 16.5 points per game, 2 rebounds, 3.8 assists. And Hapoel, let's not forget, is the only team in the league with 5-1 record. So he's getting better and better. Other honorable mention is Carson Edwards. Talking about scoring, right?
He's just flat out amazing, man. He's just amazing.
Almost 21 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 1.2 steals. He's in a new team. He didn't have a great start. His efficiency is always a question mark, but let's not forget he's a scorer. He can go off and score. He had in the double round last week, he had 60 points in 2 games.
Jeez.
So that's a lot. He can go off any night. He had an amazing performance against Panathinaikos too. So he deserves the honorable mention. It's hard to guard.
It's very hard to guard. You just never know when he's going to catch fire. So you just got to stay on your toes with him.
And now let's review our top 3. We'll start with number 3, Jordan Nwora. We talked about the unbelievable run that Red Star has. 4 wins in a row since Coach Feropoulos left and was replaced by Coach Obradovic. And for Nwora, 19.7 points per game. That's a huge number, especially when you have to share your minutes and your attempts with other great players that Red Star has. 5.7 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.5 steals, almost 60% for 2-pointers, and 33.3% for 3-pointers. I will comment on that he is a great two-way player. I don't know, what's your comment?
He's an amazing two-way player. I think him making the move from Ephes to Red Star really gave him a chance to show everybody who he really is as a player. Obviously, he's an NBA player at a EuroLeague level, and his numbers speak for themselves, obviously.
True. Number 2, our always MVP award, we'll give it to Sasa Vezenkov, but we have to, every week choose someone else because we know Sasa Vezenkov will take an MVP award. So we'll say, let's give it to someone else. But for our MVP ladder, Sasa Vezenkov has number 2 for this week on our top 3, 19.2 points per game, 9.2 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and he does it without even pushing himself. I was watching the game against Bayern, and I was in the first half saying, a quiet night for Sasa Vezenkov. I've said this a million times for the past years, but there's no way that guy can have a quiet night.
I don't think people realize that he does it without dribbling.
Exactly.
That's the most amazing thing about him. Mm-hmm. He can have 20 points and maybe dribble twice throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
That's just...
It's amazing, but that has also to do, and we should give credit to his team, because Olympiacos basketball is formed that way that he can score by going to the right spot, the right moment. Right. So that's why he's not using any dribbles, but in a night that he's going to be on fire from 3, he can go up to 20-something points.
Easily.
So for him, 12, 14 points, he gets with no effort. Like, okay, I'm just going to cut in the basket, just see me. So he needs
no effort
a pass.
He makes it look so easy.
And let's move to our number 1, who is also your number 1, as we found out earlier, Nadir Hifi, 22.8 points per game, 2.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 2.3 steals, almost member of the 50, 40, 90 club, right? When it comes to percentages, 2-pointers, 3-pointers, and free throws, he has amazing 53.3% at the 2-pointers, almost 42% for threes, and almost 89% for free throws.
Like I said earlier,
this efficiency is, I don't know.
It's just amazing what he's doing. He's fearless on the court.
Yeah.
He's always looking to attack. Seems like a great team player from what I've been seeing, which makes him even more effective and valuable in my eyes. But overall, man, he's just exciting. There's no other player I would love to watch right now.
Yeah, and you know what's amazing about him is that he can mix layups with long range efficiency. So one night can go to the basket from both sides, and he can also make threes from deep, which is, I don't know how many players can do that in EuroLeague right now with that efficiency. And he had a fantastic start of the season. Paris is doing great. Mm-hmm. Okay, they've already have 4 wins, if I'm not mistaken, and 2 losses. And I think without TJ Shorts, they're still impressive.
Yeah, I mean, you have a guy who can fill those shoes, a guy who's not scared of the moment, and that's been waiting on his moment the entire time. And he was prepared for it, obviously. So I think Paris is going to be fine. I also think they're one of those teams that's just going to sneak up on everybody and make a playoff run or beat big teams. And I'm interested to see what they do throughout the season.
And there was a lot of action in round 6, but I think double week is always better. When you have so many games to watch and you start from Tuesday going up to Friday, it's always exciting. It's not easy to do it if you work on the games like I do, but I enjoy it because there are a lot of games that you can't wait to watch. And I think this week in round 7 there is one game that everybody wants to watch, and there's no other than Olympiacos against AS Monaco or Olympiacos against Spanoulis. It's always emotional when this guy comes back to SEF, you know, he has his jersey there. He loved this team, he's part of this club. He always says, I remember an interview with him saying, you know, Olympiacos is part of my life, it's part of who I am, and it's always hard for me to play against them. But he's a professional, so going back there, his team is ready. They have invested a lot of money bringing players like Mirotic. So I don't know, what's your take on this game?
I think it's going to be a close game down to the wire, maybe overtime. I don't think it's going to be an easy win for either team. Both teams are going to come out and play their best. Spanoulis is a great coach. I know him as a player. Watching him last season as a coach, obviously he's like one of the best. His IQ was amazing. Olympiacos is just Olympiacos. They're a well put together team. Familiar with each other. They've been playing together for years. So it's gonna be a great game. I'm thinking about going to the game, obviously.
You should go to the game. I'll be there. So both teams are high-scoring teams so far. Even though I think Olympiacos, they don't want to be a high-scoring team because Coach Bartzokas likes to control the game from defense. But it happened, so you might as well follow this way. Both teams are scoring more than 85 points. So do you think it's going to be a high-scoring, high-paced game? Or you think because Olympiacos play in SEF, they're going to try to control the game from defense?
I don't think Monaco is going to slow down their pace at all. I think they're actually going to try to speed Olympiacos up. I think that's the only way you can beat Olympiacos is to speed them up and not let them play a half-court game.
Because I know you're quite a smart guard, what is the key for Olympiacos to control that high pace?
To control Mike James.
To control Mike James.
You control Mike James and you control Monaco.
So it's a good thing that Walkup and McKissick are back.
Yeah, you need Walkup. I still think it's going to be a task. I mean, it's Mike James. I don't think too many people can stop him. But if you can control him, then you have a good chance of winning this game.
So, Daryl, we have some questions from you that were sent from our fans. They knew you're going to come here, so we have 3 hot takes. And I'm talking about really hot takes. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
To answer those questions?
I'm ready.
We're going to start with hot take number 1. And that question or statement, let's say, came from George. TJ Shorts will be this year's Lorenzo Brown for Panathinaikos because he's a ball-dominant player and can really play alongside Kendrick Nunn, who also needs the ball in his hands a lot. Their coexistence isn't just difficult, it's impossible. Do you agree, disagree? What's your take?
I'm not going to say it's impossible. I would say as far as coaching, you just have to figure out the rotation that you want to put TJ Shorts in with. Obviously, he's in a situation where he can't mess up too many times or he's coming out. And I honestly feel like he deserves a chance to mess up so that he can find his rhythm. Maybe play him at the 1, put Grant at the 3, put Nunn at the 2. I've played with Kendrick Nunn. We were teammates in Miami. I don't think he just needs the ball in his hand, but that's just the situation that he's been put in, winning MVP and becoming one of the top players in Europe. So he obviously has that confidence to get the ball when it's needed, but I don't think he just needs the ball in his hands.
And I think if they find a way to play together, he's going to give him a lot of help because I had an interview with Kendrick Nunn telling me that if TJ Shorts start playing like the way we play in practice, he's going to get me open all the time.
Yeah.
So they try to follow each other. So when TJ Shorts is driving to the basket, he wants to kick out the ball to Kendrick Nunn. So these are easy points for Kendrick. He doesn't need, to go against the entire defense. So I think he needs time.
Yeah, it's a new
And-
team, so
yeah.
it takes time to just adjust. And you're playing with players you've never played before, a coach you've never played before in a totally different system. He just needs time. I think he'll be all right. It's a long season.
Okay, let's go to hot take number 2. If Olympiacos doesn't sign an elite point guard soon, they have no chance of winning this year's EuroLeague. How much longer will they wait for Keenan Evans? The guy is a great player, but he hasn't played basketball in over a year. Is this really how they plan to reach the Final Four in Athens? And that comment was made by Kostas.
Didn't they reach the Final Four last year without Keenan Evans?
They did.
So
True.
I don't think there's anything to worry about with Olympiacos. They're
Yeah.
a well-coached team, still a well-put-together team without Keenan Evans. Obviously, whenever he gets healthy, he's just going to make them even more better. He's going to have to find his rhythm, coming off an injury, haven't played in a year. One team I'm not worried about is Olympiacos.
Yeah, and I think they don't worry themselves too because they would be winning without Walkup, Fournier, and McKissick. Right. Now these guys are back and they're healthy, so I think you guys need to wait a little bit. Coach Bartzokas made that statement on social media that I'm not just going to sign a player just because people asking for him on social media. I know my team, and that's respect. That's you show respect to the players that you already have. You have an amazing Dorsey. Thomas Walkup was back. He had 7 points, 8 assists. McKissick was back. He had a great performance against Bayern. So you guys chill a little bit. Wait. So hot take number 3. Okay, that's your area. Once Spencer Dinwiddie understands how basketball is played in EuroLeague and gets used to spacing and positioning, he'll become the best player in the league. Ooh, big words. He'll be better than Kendrick Nunn, Evan Fournier, and Mike James. Come on now. And he will also help Bayern to make the playoffs. That's from Lens.
I think this person just wanted attention.
Is it you just try to become viral, my friend, or is he your friend?
I mean, how do you know that Spencer Dinwiddie understands EuroLeague? Has he ever played EuroLeague? I don't. And then to take on being better than Kendrick Nunn, Mike James, and Fournier,
That's just like, okay.
That's like a slap in the face. That's tough. Come on, man. Like a guy that's first year in your league, you're gonna have problems. There's no possible way you're just gonna come over your first year and be better than the MVP of the league or the top scorer ever. I don't see that happening. But I do think he's gonna be okay once he figures it out. But
okay, I agree with you. Last hot take is from me. You're a player with a great experience. You've been to great teams and you played against great players or practiced alongside with great players, as you mentioned. So who is harder to guard in practice or during a game? Vasilis Spanoulis, who you played against, or Kendrick Nunn, who was your teammate? Oh, that was a difficult question.
I'm gonna have to say Kendrick Nunn.
Okay.
He just has a chip on his shoulder that he's just still to this day is trying to prove everybody wrong. He's a fearless player, aggressive, fast, stronger than what people think. It's tough, but I'll have to say Kendrick Nunn.
Okay. Panathinaikos people will be happy after that comment. All I know is that. So, Daryl, thank you very much for being here with us. You're always welcome in EuroLeague Weekly, every time. Since we're filming in Athens and you're here, anytime, any Saturday that we're filming, you can come here.
I'm always
You're more than
available.
welcome. And maybe I'll see you at the game, Olympiacos.
I think I'm
Monaco.
gonna go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go.
Thank you all for watching. We're waiting on our comments. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the little bell so you can get notifications every time that our episode is up every Sunday. And see you next week. And until then, see you on the court.